This will be a fun matchup between two very stylistically different teams as Mark Silos and Tommy Burke do battle in the face-off dot. Face-offs are going to be very interesting as well, as Tommy Burke, one of the most seasoned face-off specialists in all of Division I lacrosse, playing his first season with the Buckeyes, and eventually it is won by Johnny Cool, the ground ball. To pick it up for Ohio State, Buckeyes will get first possession.
And you're going to see Ohio State's got a number of transfers on this team.
Yeah, this is transfer central for Nick Myers.
I think that will mean you're going to want to go right here with this matchup, Kelleher.
We'll fire and it'll go right into the stick of Caleb Fyock.
And I think that one, there was a check that slowed that shot down. He didn't quite get all out on that one.
Good first stop for Fyock in his fifth. Matthews just over 20 to shoot. He'll try to bounce her, and a nice stop by Nuss, and picked up by Matt Dooley, making his second start of the season on close D.
And Cornell showing confidence in Wertheim as a defender.
Ryan Sheehan up top to Blake. Andrew Dalton had a lot of space, and now we'll give it to Kirst. Forced out, shot low, and it fizzles past Fyock's cage. There's Aiden Blake on the score sheet.
And it's interesting, one of the things you're going to see about this matchup between these two team players here is that both of them are left-handed, right? So watch Kirst dodge here, he's got to get his stick across the body there, and that's how he was able to create some space. That just slow approach, Kirst takes long to back it up here. Still plenty of time on the shot clock.
Burke will set a screen.
And I think that's right. His feet were not set, so Ohio State will set up the clear.
Of course, first, not Lake Island will go on the invert. He's drawing out Caleb Newman. Marnier stings the low corner.
And there, it's interesting, usually you see a change of side there. They stayed right on the same side. So even though they got the Cornell defense rotating, he throws it right into where the slide was coming. And I don't know if it was Nuss kind of went down, it was a little higher than he thought, or just get inside and we'll play at 6-on-6.
Well, this time, Wertheim has run out, and fresh defender on for both teams. Round cage and over the top, Jack McKenna sneaks it over the top shoulder of Nust. And Ohio State's got the early lead.
I think you see there, just got a little bit more of an angle, came up front, and was able to convert here on this shot as he comes back with his right hand.
Ohio State's got the early lead in this interesting matchup between two of the best teams in both the Big Ten and the Ivy. 2-1. Pattern you see is the sweatpants that both goalies are wearing right now. Mayer looked for Island. He's absolutely hounded, and Dooley gets his stick on the ground.
Good double team by Cornell. They slid aggressive. Cornell went very deep in that one, pretty much substituting the entire fourth quarter.
Kirst hounded by Van Buren. He got around him and beat him low. Oh, CJ Kerr showing up a moment of absolute individual brilliance to beat Bobby Van Buren.
And he dodges here from behind, comes with his right hand, and he's comfortable in his right hand. He comes around, and actually, he almost was a little twisted game.
Ohio State's figured that out now. Now it's Willem Firth with the bonus stick. Wants to go low against Fyock, but a great low stop from the Ohio State netminder. And just getting the clear over are the Buckeyes now. A long pull shot is in from Justin Scherer. Oh, what a great goal in transition there from Ohio State.
And I tell you, there was I think the Ohio State bench was looking for a push from behind right in front on that clear, and they just came down in the long pole. It's so difficult.
These two teams matched up last year. It was a Cornell 16-13 win. Island, great individual dodge, just got it around the long pole of Brendan Staub. And Ohio State's offense is now cooking, being very efficient with its offensive possessions, up 4-2.
Well, and here's an example of any defender. You can't lunge at the stick like that. That's just an old-fashioned.
Matthews has the short stick. He'll take the shot, deflected on the way in. Looked like it might have gone off Wallace's helmet. And follows, surrounded by red jerseys, and it trickles out. And Dooley trying to protect the ball because he wanted a shot clock violation. That's really smart game sense there from Matt Dooley. Dalton forced back. 25 to shoot for the Big Red. Sheehan will think about an invert, but now Long trying to get past Marcus Hutchins. Looking inside, Andrew Dalton. What a great pass from Michael Long has set up Dalton.
As I was saying, right, get him involved. And part of the reason that's happening is because the defender, Marcus Hutchins, is staying behind the cage with him, but a good cut from opposite side, just right.
Slide from Kelleher. Less than 10 to shoot. Ohio State, little lackluster on this possession, and shot from McKenna. Sheen tried to get, what a save, double save from Nuss, as Sheen on the rebound tried to make it a 2-goal Ohio State advantage, but Wyatt Nuss up to the task.
I'm not sure if
Ohio State and Cornell, the Buckeyes, holding the advantage over the Big Red here in Ithaca, and a face-off violation will give the ball straight over to Cornell, the first one for Tommy Burke.
Exciting first quarter, pretty evenly played. You know, both teams, moment or two there where Ohio State was like, oh, what am I doing, what am I doing? They had plenty of time, which was their fortunate part for them, and now
and opponents this season are only clearing 80% against Cornell. Matthews gets around Wallace.
Matthews has been able to get his shot in this game. You know, it's his first goal of the game, but you could see actually Cornell had put Jack Follows on him for a period of time, so they're clearly trying to get the long pole to him. There you see Wallace, and he just gets run right by.
Leading goal scorer for the guys.
Well, the transfer game has become more important in the game of lacrosse.
Another one of those transfers here. Tommy Burke picks up the faceoff win. One of the biggest transfers of the season, of the past cycle. Caleb Fire got the ball poked out of his stick by Kirst, one of the best attacking riders, and eventually Silas picks up the ground ball. There's that hidden factor of CJ goal scorer. It is a slick field. It has been raining all morning. Long tries to beat Fire low, but a nice kick save.
I think it was actually the defender who got it. The shot seemed like
coaches, most likely Coach Busek, was running from the sideline to yell at the officials and notify them of that offsides. And so an unforced error there for Ohio State will give this precious possession back to Cornell. Hybrid midfield line as Sheehan will now make way for Kelleher to come out. Kirst. CJ Kirst. Oh boy. Sometimes the magical things that 15 can do just leave you gazing.
Well, and there's an opportunity. That was a matchup, right? They were able to switch the matchup. He had a short stick for a while, and then they sent the defender Cullen Brown at him, not the guy who's been guarding him all
over. Is, you know, playing mental games with him. Slide to Kirst, most likely necessary at this point in the game after two great individual goals. Blake got held for a second, no flag. Long fires and scores. You don't see Michael Long operating from midfield most times, as the ex-attacker finds himself on the score sheet with a rip.
And it's just a little stutter step sort of dodge, and he comes to his left hand, right? Everybody, you know, these guys, one of the things that happens over time is they know the scouting report, right? So place on the field where he doesn't usually shoot from, stutter steps, brings it.
Bring him kind of up top. That's Matthews. Slide comes from Gilmartin.
And that's what they wanted.
There is the switch. Matthews has the shorty on him. Looked for the pass inside to Sheen. Couldn't quite do so. Island picks up the ground ball and fires it past Nuss. That's great recovery there from Blake Island to pick up his second goal of the game. Buckeyes back in front.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a force inside here on this feed, and just a sort of a Johnny on the spot sort of play there by Island. Picks up the to get this on the sub game.
Keller wanted to go fast, but lost control of the ball momentarily. Wertheim working against his short stick, Eli Fisher. Nice pass onto the crease. Michael Long denied at the doorstep by Fyock. What an excellent save from the freshman keeper.
Just stayed big, right? Just made sure Long didn't have a lot of space to work with. I'm actually surprised he didn't end up in the crease there.
Still plenty of time for Ohio State to work with on this shot clock. Shot, score. Alex Marnier gets his second goal of the game.
And Ohio State really just going to step down shooters. This is another example of it. Just steps in with his hands free, beats Wyatt Nuss down low. He had
This would be a statement for Ohio State as well after losing 14-8 to Virginia last week. Meyer all the way up top. Matthews found Sheen. Now Meyer thought about the shot. Penalty is released. And Matthews won't be able to fire before the extra man comes back. This is what Cornell's been doing a lot as well. Switching to the short stick, and Sheen can't quite take advantage. Meyer's also got a short stick on him. Only 2 seconds to shoot. And approaching 1 minute left to go in the second quarter. Ohio State's offense only averaging 10.8 goals per game. He's put up 7, and C.J. Kirst will make it 7-6. That's a hat trick already in the first half for C.J. Kirst.
And the thing that's interesting, we'll see what this flag is. They were trying to lock off Kirst with a long pole, and he backdoor cut him. And it looks like it's a minute foul, so that would get served.
Long thought about it. Kelleher also did. Worth will send it to Graham behind cage. Left on the man up. Still no options inside for Cornell. 10 seconds. Cadigan will rip and score! We saw Cadigan score from that exact spot in the first game of the season against Lehigh. And Danny Cadigan has tied this game up at 7 on the man up.
Just a laser, right? They were trying to run things out of the wheel. Here they find him, and he just puts it in the top corner, opposite stick side.
Battle 7-7 each.
Well, and Burke is actually below 50%.
He'll get a face-off wing here as Ohio State will get the first possession of the second half.
And now he's exactly 50%.
Trent DeSicco with the ball right now. Absolutely hounded by Follows near the halfway line. Matthew still has that pull and Staub on him. 30 to shoot now for the Buckeyes. Gets around Staub, going towards cage, and Nust got the stop with his right foot. The low shot.
Stick reacts in the rain. You just never do. It's a lot better than it used to be.
C.J. Kirst matches his total from last game against the Buckeyes with 4.
And there's your first 3-goal run of the game. Michael Long looks inside. They use the pick to get his hands free, and just a very little curl from Kirst. Nuss with the save on the first one.
Blake Iwan's got 2 goals for Ohio State. Looking for a third. He had his stick checked out while he was shooting, but Ed Sheen, right there on the doorstep, picked up the ground ball and just floated a changeup past Nuss.
I'm not sure he really shot that. It almost seemed like he was picking up the ground ball, and it just kind of went in.
Mm-hmm. I'd have to agree with you there. Kind of deflected on the way in, and this should go to Long first on the backup. Michael Long looking for assist number 12 on the year. He said once goal number 8 on the year. He will get it.
Just a strong dodge from X to his left hand. That's his second of the game. He used the pick behind there. You'll see as he lines it up to sort of just create just the tiniest little bit of separation. Able to get that high quality shot. Nuss up to the task. And Cornell will come back with its first midfield.
First midfield's been quiet. No points for anyone on the first midfield. Long, 2 goals. Wants a third! Michael Long, 6 points for number 1.
And there's an opportunity where, to me, the thing that was missing from this Cornell offense last year was Michael Long from X. He's just so comfortable back there. He just comes straight on dodge and just puts it underneath the goal. Because the attack has been so electric.
4 goals and an assist for C.J. Kirst with the ball on your stick right now. He's also got the shorty in Fisher, but now we'll get the switch off. Madigan now has the shorty. Back to Kirst. Here's the star man, Long. 3 goals and 3 assists. He'll get another assist here. Willem Firth, the star freshman, has his 10th goal of the season, and it's 4 assists for Michael Long as well.
And now you're seeing Cornell on a 3-goal run to get this out to their largest lead of the game.
This was always going to be the danger. Cornell is high.
Reset. Oh, no, yeah, you did. And I almost thought Nuss may have gotten a little piece of that one.
Kind of one of those odd situations where the reset kind of hurts Ohio State.
They lost 13 seconds, right?
Yeah.
Because it was such a quick shot.
All alone, Ben Meyer was all alone in the middle of the field there. No one in a white jersey around him. That's the 11th goal of the year for Ben Meyer.
Just a little curl inside. Good look there by McKenna. Just finds him, and just Cornell lost track of the match.
Talented players in all college lacrosse. 2-time All Big Ten selection in Van Buren. Big Ten Rookie of the Year 2 years ago. Kirst, the Tewaaraton Award finalist. 4 goals for C.J. Kirst. He wants a 5th. C.J. Kirst has 5 goals today.
And he was able, right? That's one of the reasons you dodge from behind the cage, right? He dodges with his right hand and he gets him caught up on the net. That's what creates the separation. And Fayak goes low.
The ball and making those opportunities count on the offensive end.
Yeah, and a 10-6 advantage for Cornell in ground balls in the corner.
They get another advantage here as Angelo Petrakis picks up the ground ball and the faceoff win against Jack Oldman. They've had 3 30-second man-ups, haven't scored on each. Now looking to do so on a man-up here, and Ben Meyer will do just that. Second goal of the game for Ben Meyer, and that's exactly the way Ohio State wanted to start this quarter, with a quick-fire goal.
Yeah, and just Cornell just didn't seem close on any of the matchups there. Just not closing out distances. 12 to shoot.
At full steam from Meyer, and his dive shot is going to go just over the cage and wide. Nuss wanted to get there first, but couldn't quite do so, and now Meyer is like he's back into the huddle, as we'll get a replay of what actually happened there. Oh, helmet-to-helmet contact there between Meyer and Singer. Singer is back up and walking off the field under his own power.
And Wyatt Nuss decided to dive just for the fun of it behind the cage. The ball went out on the sideline. He's diving to the goal, to the end line.
So Brendan Stahl will come back in. This is another one of those in out. It's also another patient possession for Cornell. C.J. Kirst, 5 goals, wants 6, but it will just fizzle wide. And with the shot clock winding down, Cornell knows that they don't have that much time, so they don't attempt the backup. Meyer surveying his options. Looks all the way up top, but the pass a little bit wayward, intended for Marnier. 10 seconds to shoot. Matthews on his horse, absolutely hounded by Follows. 4 seconds to shoot. Shot inside off the stick of Nuss. Horn sounds. Backup does go to Ohio State, but it's going to be a shot clock violation anyway.
So it must have been deflected. It did go off somebody.
Yeah. Officials were first, only man on the first midfield with a point in this game. Spencer Worth 9. Kelleher gets the bouncer low past Fayak. Shokoff field roars to life.
And just an alley dodge here. Comes at it with his right hand, comes right down the alley with the left. Shoots down between his legs. Didn't even try and get his stick down there. The very end, 30 to shoot here for Ohio State.
Ohio State moving quickly on this possession, taking a lot of shots. 2 guys meet McKenna right there, and he falls in the crease. Even against the Ohio State offense that isn't necessarily up to, some would say, maybe the high-powered offenses that you've seen so far in college lacrosse. Willem Firth gets it inside. Shot low!
And a flag.
Score! C.J. Kirst, 6 goals.
We'll see what the call is on this. They're calling it a hold. It looks like he just goes nice and strong. They're calling the hold because his stick got up near the face. So he was just able to just...
The sixth goal of the game has given Cornell a 14-10 lead over Ohio State here at Chillicothe Field. Christian Guzman here alongside Tom LaFalce as Tommy Burke picks up another face-off win. And behind the back pass gets it over to Greg Langermeer. Ohio State looking to move quickly, and right out of the timeout, Alex Marnier gets one of those goals back.
I tell you what, I was ready to say, what in the world is Tommy Burke doing? Because he put this ball in sort of harm's way, but just becomes a 4-on-3 break. Langermeer looks at the point on the field at the defensive end. Looks like they're gonna invert him.
We've seen this a couple of times
Allen.
With Kelleher and Spencer Wertheim at times. Stuck out on D. Jack McKenna, nice stop from Wyatt Nust.
Again, it seemed like just didn't quite get everything on that shot. Just right to his stick. And Christopher Davis here.
Again,
pounded.
Ohio State going to this 10-man ride, and Kelleher will receive the ball across the halfway line. Long now getting doubled by Brown and Hudgens. And Cornell again doing this long pass to the opposite sideline, and Kirst is the one who picks it up, getting it over Fisher, and CJ Kirst will just take the opportunity to get his 7th goal of the game.
And that's the same idea, right? You throw it into that opposite corner and you go get the ground ball, and then he gets past the short stick and just throws it into the wide open goal with just under a minute to play in regulation. And I think for Cornell, the defense really stepped up in the second half. You know, the offense played well, but I think the defense really stepped up there at the end to get this victory. A hard-fought 15-11 Cornell victory. A really entertaining lacrosse game here at Chillicothe Field today. And I think this will position Cornell, you know, well. They've got a week. You know, you put 2 wins together this week. You put the Denver loss a little bit further into the rearview mirror, and you get ready to travel to Happy Valley to take on the Penn State Nittany Lions, your 2nd in a row of your Big Ten part of your schedule.
Before it starts off with the Ivy League schedule, and right after that against